welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about 5 tips that can help you on your personal journey and help you heal. The first one I want to talk about is journaling. I have been journaling consistently for about 2 years now, and let me tell you, it has helped improve my mental health so much because it allows me to get out of my head, get my thoughts out on paper. And what I like to do is I like to journal in the evening to kind of reflect my day. So whatever was happening in that day, once I write it out in my journal and how I feel about the emotions that day, I can no longer look back at it. And what I mean by this is once I let it go, I let it go. I don't hold on to it. I don't keep it attached to me. I simply let it go. I wrote it out. I wrote how I felt about it. I sat with it. I reflected on it and I moved past it. I think that's a really good way to learn how to let things go within yourself, is to really address it. And if you feel like you need a place to address it, journal. Start journaling. Get your thoughts out of your mind. It allows you to set up the goals for your future of what you want your next month to look like, what you want tomorrow to look like. You can write to whoever it is that you want. You can write to yourself, you can write to your diary, you can write to a friend, you can write to God, you can write to the universe. Whatever it is that you feel safe writing to, make it out to them and just express yourself, and don't limit yourself on how many pages you need to journal. And even if it's a tough habit to pick up in the beginning and staying consistent, I always tell people that journaling has helped me tremendously. But did I start with pages? No, I started with a paragraph because you might not feel comfortable to write. You might not know what to write. I would say just write a chapter a day if you can. Write about a chapter a day, or a paragraph a day, Write a paragraph a day. And then over time, you'll start just pouring your heart out to the journal. And one of the things I love so much about journaling is when I look back and I just reread some of my entries on a certain day. I might just like skim through it, pick a random day, read what I was going through that day, and assess in this current day how I've overcome that. Have I overcome that? And it allows you to really see how far you've come in your personal growth. And I think it's truly necessary to journal, to just get out of your mind. It helps you get out of your mind, out of your head, get it onto paper, let it go, move forward. You can always look back just to see how far you've come, so that you're always reminded that you're growing. The thing that you thought you couldn't overcome at that certain time, you found yourself overcoming it and doing so much greater. Number 2, I want to talk about reading. Reading is essential. I'm going to say it. Reading is essential because it allows you to learn so much. It allows you to expand your mind. And there's so many things that you can be reading about. Like personally, right now I've been reading about the psyche and the subconscious because I'm really trying to get an understanding of how my mind works. But you can read nonfiction, you can read science, you can read whatever it is that you want to read, and just a topic that you truly enjoy, and just allow that little bit of time for yourself. But when you start reading, you gain more knowledge, you become more knowledgeable. And it expands your mind to new perceptions and new perspective of things. And it allows you to really rethink, restructure your life, to reassess certain areas where you're struggling in order to become better. Reading has been something I loved for many, many years when I was younger. I used to read so much that I got in trouble. And there has been a window of time for about 10 years when I kind of just neglected myself, neglected who I was, the things that I enjoyed. And it wasn't really until I started my spiritual journey, my growth, when I started coming back to myself. And that's reading. I'm starting to read again. I like to read, one book at a time. Once I finish the book, I will order another book because I like to stay on top of it. I like to feed my mind. I like to learn new things. And it just it's it's just a feeling of comfort when you really start to understand how it is that your mind works. And I'm not saying you have to read up on subconscious and self-help books and stuff like that. That's just where I'm at in my current journey, just to understand myself a bit more and why I am the way I am and how I can become past, or how I can move past my own self-limitations, my self-limiting beliefs, or whatever it is. And learning to really be able to grow within yourself, and to a point where, you might need therapy. And I know that's so random, but once you really start to dig inside, and that's the thing that I love about these books, is like once you start to dig internally and sort out why you are the person you are today, and where it stems from, where it comes from, and the traumas that you've been through, and things that you might not have realized before, you start to realize it and start to wanting to help yourself so that you can move forward, so you don't have to keep dealing with the mental battle. You don't have to keep staying in that loop. You can break free from it. So if you feel like you're in this moment where you're unsure of who you are, and you really just trying to get a grasp of yourself like I am, books help a lot with that. It helps you understand a lot of things. It helps you and helps guide you to get you that better help of what it is that you're struggling with. Number 3, I want to talk about nature. Nature and grounding are some of the ways that can help soothe your anxiety, your stress, your depression, and simply just basking in sunlight. I love to sit in the sun. I know it's not the best for you, but at the same time, it is good for you in moderations and protection. But really just allowing yourself to just sit on a field of grass on a warm sunny day, just sitting there in the sun and letting the sun hit you with your eyes closed, it warms you. It allows you to feel positive emotions. You feel happy, and it's a way of meditation. So I want to kind of talk about grounding and meditation all in one. It's important to meditate maybe sitting out in the sun or right before bed, because your mind is clear, you're not thinking about anything, you're simply happy, and you're in a state of calmness that helps you really clear up your mind from all the noise, so you can focus on what it is that you actually want and how you're going to get yourself there. So a lot of times, like, I like to just go paddleboarding on the river. I like to go up to the mountains in Nevada, because these are my outlets. These are my stress relievers, my resets, because I know what good it does for me in those moments where I'm away from social media, I'm away from the phone, I'm away from everything that's a distraction, and just allowing myself to be in the present moment and to really get clear on my intentions and what it is that I want. It allows me to feel happy, like just being surrounded by nature's beauty. It's a beautiful world out here, and I think it needs to be explored more from us, and not being so caught up and consumed in our phones and work. And I know we all have a moment. We all have probably about 30 minutes where we can enjoy just a simple meditation session outside in the sunlight, just allowing yourself to be, leaving yourself alone, not allowing any thoughts coming into your mind, and just simply be still and sitting with yourself and doing a self-assessment of what you need to do and how you're going to get to where you want to be. Reflect on past situations to really get a clear mind and just become intentional with your growth from there on out. And whenever you find yourself in a fogged up mind and you feel like you're struggling, just keep doing that. Tell yourself, I need a reset. I need to go outside for 30 minutes and to just be still, be free, be calm, to really think about things. Number 4 is self-care. I think self-care is so important in taking care of our bodies, taking care of our hair, taking care of our skin, taking care of our internal organ health. I feel like it's very important, because I'm a firm believer on When you look good, you feel good, and you do good. It makes you happy. It raises your vibration and your energy because you're taking care of yourself. And when you start to take care of yourself, it reflects on the outside. You glow. Your hair becomes healthier. So if you're intentional with taking care of your hair and getting routine maintenance, you feel kept. You feel great. Your hair is growing probably to a point you never knew it could grow. Your skin is clearing up. You're starting to take care of your skin. You have this little self-care routine for you night and day to really give back to yourself, to really put an investment into yourself so you can feel good about yourself. Exercising just to get your energy up, eating healthier so again your energy is up. You're taking care of your body. It's all a reflection. If you're taking care of yourself, you are going to be okay. You mentally are going to be happier. You're going to feel more put together. You're going to feel more confident. And all of these things can really help you develop yourself into a higher version of yourself. And then that's where everything just starts coming together and you start to build a healthier routine around your life. You start to become more focused. You start to give your body what it is that it needs so that it's easier for you and your body to work together on things in unison. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be good to yourself. Speak and uplift yourself. There's no reason to put yourself down. There's no reason to put yourself down. And I know it's hard. But you have to just keep going. You have to be your number one supporter. Lastly, 5 is building a structured routine, a structured schedule to build a structured life. You need to take control of your everyday habits. You need to be mindful of good habits and unhealthy ones and work on breaking those bad habits, because all of those habits are going to do is hold you back from becoming the greatest version of yourself. You have to have a structured schedule. You have to put yourself and build yourself in this routine to be able to become more disciplined with yourself, to be able to be more persistent and consistent with your own personal growth. You can't just do all of these things today after watching this video or watching any self-help video and go back to your same routine days after. It takes a lot of mental work to want to become better, and especially if you're stuck in a negative cycle inside your mind. But once you realize that it really takes repetition, it really takes consistency in order to build a better habit, and this goes for anything that you're trying to do. It takes consistency and it takes repetition in order for it to become second nature. It's always going to be uncomfortable in the beginning. You're going to experience discomfort because it's not a part of your routine. Subconsciously, your everyday life is little habits that built up over time. So when you're trying to break that, when you're trying to interfere with that, it's going to cause a little bit of discomfort. But the more you stick to the positive habit and the good habit and stick with it, it then gets implemented into your routine, and then it just becomes second nature, and soon you'll realize that you're not even putting effort into doing it. It just happens. And just let alone building a better schedule and having a more structured life, again, makes you feel more put together. It makes you feel more confident because you're handling things that need to be handled. You're getting things done in order to grow. You're doing what is required of you in order to grow. And I was watching a video, because even though I make these videos, I still watch other people's videos. And I was watching this one girl, I'm sorry, I really don't remember her YouTube, but she quoted, "If this is what I say I want, then this is what it is." And that is so true. You can't ask for certain things but not do what is required in order to get yourself there. If this is what you say you want, then that is what it is. That's what you have to do in order to get you there. And you have to commit. You have to commit to the growth. You have to commit to the discomfort in order to become who it is that you want to become. And it's a tough journey. It's not easy. Nobody's going to tell you it's easy. If it's easy, everybody would be doing it. But you notice that the ones that are doing it, what their life looks like. It's a reflection of what you want your life to look like in certain aspects, because we all have different aspirations. We all have different desires. We know it's not easy, but it's necessary, and it's going to be so beneficial for you. I'm telling you, I am so happy. I'm so happy for the growth that I've experienced within myself, and I'm still growing each and every day. But I'm just really happy that I started taking myself seriously. I started believing more in myself. I started to realize my unique talents and just putting out my craft for the world. And it's just such a wonderful feeling that I wish everybody could experience this, and that's why I make this content, because we truly know, we truly see from coming from such a dark place and just seeing the growth of getting yourself out of that and to where I am now is the reason why I share this content. It's the reason why I make YouTube videos. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, but you have to put in the work with anything. Just like they say, whatever you want to manifest, you do have to put the work in behind it. Whatever it is that you want, you have to put in the work behind it. But it is so worth it, because the things that you can accomplish once you start believing in yourself, the opportunities that come to you, the way your life changes is like a breath of fresh air. It's a relief, because you finally got yourself past that point, and now there's no going back, because once you know what you know and how to get yourself out of certain funks, out of certain bad habits, you feel like you're more in control of your life, and you can really start building a better foundation to get yourself to where it is that you want to be. And that is why I am a huge advocate on mental health, because I know how hard it is. But when you watch these videos and you see people talking just the way that I am, believe that it can happen for you. Don't just sit here and watch these videos and take away nothing from it and not believe in it. Because there's so many people, there's so many stories of people coming from a dark place, and they present themselves on YouTube. And actually, I'm going to use Amelia Hartford. I don't know if you guys know who she is, because she's a car girl, and I watch her stuff because I like cars and I love her content. And once I discovered her page, I like going all the way to the bottom to see where people come from, to see their own growth, and just seeing where she was at years ago and where she is today. And when I went back to her older videos, that's one thing that she struggled with, was anxiety, depression, mental health. And she herself is an advocate for mental health. And just seeing her older videos and seeing where she's at today, that could be anybody. That could be you. Once you just start to push past the limiting beliefs, once you start to just believe in yourself, once you start to be okay with discomfort and putting yourself out there and being committed to the change, watch what your life can grow into. Watch what you can become. It can happen for any and every one of us. And it has happened for me. It can surely happen for you. And I'm still not where I want to be, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with my growth, because I know that it's coming, and I'm not too focused on that anymore. I'm okay with where I am in this present moment and knowing what I got to do to get to where I want to be, and I will be living that someday. And you just become okay. You just become at peace. But that's all for this video. I'm already at 20 minutes, and it was supposed to be a shorter video, but I'm really happy with this video and how it came out. So if you're watching this, please be good to yourself. Please be kind to yourself. Be committed to your growth. Do not give up. It's going to come. It's going to be okay. All right? that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like my content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more. Bye guys. Mwah.